guys, it's Owen here from OTech, and I know this is a bit late, but I'm going to unbox the XFX RX 480 GTR Hard Swap Fan Edition 8GB graphics card. So at first, let's just look at the box first. As usual, there are all the technologies and features listed on the bottom, mostly just typical AMD stuff. And over here you see the Black Edition logo from XFX, which means this is the fastest edition of the RX 480 GTR. And on the back there are more features, which you can see something about their cooling design being more efficient, which I believe, since the reference is pretty crap, and quieter, which is pretty obvious, it's gonna be quieter. And something interesting is that they have these hard swap fans. Now, because I'm late right now, you might have already seen it in other reviewers, but basically you can swap the fans easily on the XFX RX 480 GTR, since they have clips to stick the fan on, and you can just flip it off whenever you want to, if you want to replace it if it's broken, or if you want to replace it with LED ones, which XFX sells separately. But yeah, it's kind of weird though that those things, the LED fans, aren't sold here in Indonesia, but this thing is sold here. But yeah, I guess they can't afford to sell it everywhere, I'm not so sure. So here it is inside the box. The accessory box just includes the disc and the power adapter from two 6-pin to one 8-pin. This is okay to use if it's a Molex, dual Molex to an 8-pin, or dual Molex to a 6-pin. You really shouldn't use it, but this is fine, and you should not use the driver CD, and it's better to just download from the AMD website for the latest one. So yeah, let's move on. Oh, and they also have an installation guide, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's probably it for the accessories. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else in the box, so let's just take a look at the card itself. It's wrapped in an anti-static plastic bag, as per usual. And here's the card itself. And I must say that although it looks pretty sleek and it does look kind of nice, I do think that this is one of the most boring graphics cards I would have ever seen, because it's basically just flat black. And I mean, I get it when people want color neutral parts in their system so that they can color code their systems to whatever they want. And I guess this is where XFX is going for, with their hard swap fans, which you can change. I believe there's green, blue, and red, and those things you can use to add some accent color to the card itself. But yeah, it's basically just all black with a backplate on the back. It's actually a pretty good looking backplate too. And over here you can see the 8-pin, so it's an upgrade over the reference card, and this will definitely not overdraw from the PCIe connector, because it probably just has the 8-pin wire to the VRM, and the PCIe maybe just to the memory and auxiliary VRM. So this is gonna be fine for overclocking and stuff. Before we get to the fans, let's just look at the I/O itself. There seems to be one HDMI over here, and one DVI, and 3 display ports, and some ventilation with an XFX logo over here. And over here on the bottom there's a PCIe 3.0 x16 slot, and it's kind of nice they include these rubber stoppers, you could say, for the connectors to keep dust out. That's pretty nice. And let's take a look at the heatsink first. As you can see, this is just a really massive heatsink. This is way bigger than Sapphire's or the Power Color Red Dragon. This is a bit smaller than the Power Color Red Devil, I think, but it is a bit wider too, so it's not as long, but it's wider. So I think the performance is comparable, and I guess we'll just have to see in my review. And yeah, here's the fan itself, and this is the unique feature that I said. You can just basically unclip it and it'll come off really easily. And you can see over here that they have contacts, gold contacts on here and here to connect the fans. So it's really simple to change fans and to swap fans, because you don't have to fiddle with the wires, and it also makes cleaning a lot simpler. And yeah, that's probably basically it. It has 4 heat pipes by the look of it. 3 is going to this part of the heatsink and the secondary heatsink arrangement, and 1 is looping back over here. Well, this area doesn't have any heat pipes because it's just right over the GPU. And here it also contacts the VRM components, so that's a good thing since it cools the MOSFETs, which does get really hot, and you need it to stay cool when you're overclocking and stuff. But yeah, that's just basically it for the card. The XFX logo is lit up white, and that's pretty much it. It would have been nice if they have an RGB logo or even RGB fans, so you don't even have to swap the fans for a new one if you want to change color. Actually I don't even know why they do the hard swap thing because it is easier to change fans if it's broken and if you want to clean it, but RGB fans would have been nice instead of having to buy multiple fans. Also RGB logo. But yeah, and this card is basically identical to the HIS card, the HIS RX 480 Turbo, I think that's what they call it, or Roaring OC or something. Yeah, that thing is basically the same card with a different shroud and a different fan implementation. Obviously, hard swap stuff, but the PCB and the cooler is actually identical. But yeah, so that's about it for this XFX RX 480 GTR unboxing. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe and go check out my channel. Thanks for watching.